We don't have a PA. Man. You are looking live at Claramora Field on the campus of Somerset High School. Hello, everybody. This is Quick Care Walk-In Clinics High School Soccer, presented by the Don Franklin family of dealerships. And we are just moments away from kicking off this game between the George Rogers Clark Cardinals out of Winchester, Kentucky, and the Somerset Briar Jumpers, the home team here today. Any sport, any season. Sports physicals at Quick Care are only $25. Don't make an appointment. Don't pay for an office visit. Don't sit around waiting for an hour. Quick Care gets you in and out on the field for less. They're conveniently located right behind the hospital, just off Bogle Street in Med Park West, and they're open late, 9 to 7 weekdays, 10 to 3 on Saturdays. Quick Care, serving Somerset and Pulaski County for over a decade. We appreciate Quick Care Walk-In Clinic's presentation of high school soccer, and we are moments away. We don't have a PA announcer, so I don't think we're going to get much going there. And I'm Bob Boone. I'll soon be joined by Trent Van Hook, who will be here to call all the play-by-play action and running just a little bit behind. It happens every now and then. Also want to say thank you to Don Franklin, family of dealerships, for presenting tonight's coverage of high school soccer. Be sure and take advantage of Into the Summer Savings at any of their Somerset locations. You can visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin, Somerset Family of Dealerships, where they treat you like family. We see the George Rogers Clark folks have made their way out onto the field. And as they do, I want to remind you that the Fashion Report, as always, is brought to you by Trader Jack's in the Grand Central Marketplace. Get game day ready at Trader Jack's in Grand Central Place, open 7 days a week, locally owned and operated. It means you get personal, friendly service so you can put together that perfect outfit for or accessorize to make you look fabulous. Check out the new fall fashions that are arriving daily at Trader Jack's. We got the ball lined up at midfield, and their fashion report, George Rogers Clark, their school colors, red and black and white. They're wearing white tops with red numerals, and GRC across the front, black shorts. Somerset wearing purple shorts with purple and gold striped jerseys with purple numbers outlined in gold. Officials have given instructions. George Rogers Clark will kick off to start this thing. We got 40 minutes on the clock, and GRC will be moving left to right as we look at it, and we are underway. So ball moved into forward position, and Somerset defends well, gets the ball out of their own end and back across the midfield line, trying to force the ball up the field, and a good kick wide, but nobody there for Somerset to chase it down and quickly back the other way. Good steal from behind by Somerset. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Somerset throw in. Looks like my man Trent has just walked in, so I'm going to quickly turn things over to him as soon as he gets settled in. Somerset with the ball on the far right side, moving down, trying to get the ball across the middle, and tripped up, goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for GRC. Hello, Trent.
Hello, Bob. How are you?
I'm great. You about ready to take over?
Why, sure. It's good to be here. Good to be watching another night of soccer. Been a hot day out today, and be fun to watch these guys endure this heat. I know it's definitely hot out there on that field, so moving around and
hopefully we won't have the lightning delay that we incurred last Tuesday night, but there is a big thunderhead way off to the east. Looks like it's plenty ways away, but doesn't matter. If we see lightning, that will be we will have to call a timeout and a stoppage in play. But nonetheless, we're about 2 minutes in, nothing, your score. Somerset playing host to George Rogers Clark, and they have the ball.
They look to advance through the middle. Plenty of space out wide, and they find it. Had a dangerous-looking counterattack here, but nice hold-up play. That's number 9, I believe, for the Jumpers, Felipe. And nice play from him to kind of slow everything down, hold up the play, get the defenders for Somerset back behind the ball. And now they've got plenty of space and plenty of time to make something good happen or win the ball back. George Rogers Clark is going to reset as they look to play the ball back and then back out wide again. Nice possession early on from George Rogers Clark here. Somerset going to win back, but not for long.
Had a chance to talk to Coach Blankenship earlier tonight during the JV game. He feels like his club is playing much improved, doing a really good job. And he is excited about the way this game could turn out tonight.
Yeah, I think, overall, I'm excited to see the difference, Somerset switching hands at that head coaching job from last season and from many seasons prior under different leadership. And any time that you have a long-standing coach like that who is gone from the program, that new kind of era is starting now. And so I'm definitely excited for that and to see how they shape up and how they play and what kind of tactics that he's going to look to implement. As a soccer fan, that's the most exciting part to watch, just how different this team's going to play under new leadership.
Indeed it is. And looks like now we're going to get a goal kick from Somerset.
And that will be Tommy Wombles out of the back for Somerset. And that's going to be out of play. Somerset throw. That's Derek Arias looking to win the ball up top. KJ Shand in the middle.
Somerset uniforms, we did the fashion report moments ago. I like it. They got
Yeah,
that
they look sharp.
European look with that gold and purple striped look. And
they do. They look very good. Somerset enjoying a little spell of possession here, and just as I say that, lose the ball.
Somerset appears to have 4 defenders back right now. We didn't get a chance to talk to the coaches much about it, but right now it looks like as if they've got 4 playing defense. We'll get that all straightened out for you here momentarily.
Just from watching initially, it looks like they're playing a 4-5-1. Derek Arias is up top with that high press. Had the privilege of coaching him, Bob, and Rush this past season. He had made a couple guest appearances for my team, coached a U16 team, and, of course, I think he may be – or I'm sorry, U19 team, and I think he's on the U16 team. Played up for us a couple games, played very, very well. I was very impressed with him as a player overall. And last season, he was actually with Pulaski County. He is a transfer to Somerset. Some much-needed speed for them up top, and he's looked very, very good so far. I've been really impressed with his positional awareness in the game so far, and excited to watch him, excited to see him have a good game, hopefully score a goal or two. I'm rooting him on for sure. And a nice little flick out wide there from him. And nice little combo play in the corner. That's number 23. That's Jared Baston for Somerset. And Derek Arias with a nice little combo play there. They'll be dispossessed, but plenty of time in the back for Somerset. That's Brian Hines, plenty of time on the balls. He looks to switch out wide. And Somerset doing a nice job now at slowing the game down to their tempo, their speed, and enjoying a little bit of possession at the moment. And one thing we can't hear up here in this booth is communication, but you can tell with the intensity of this game and with both teams having good amounts of possession, the communication is out there, I'm sure, at the moment, very, very high.
Just under 34 minutes to go, nothing on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. We are early in this first period of play, coming to you from Clara Morrow Field at the campus of Somerset High School. New digs here. Dedicated soccer facility, and it is nice. And if I only had one complaint, it's we don't have a window. We're looking through – well, we have a window. We don't have an open window. So you're right. We don't get the sound that we normally would get during a broadcast, but that's all right. I understand that may get fixed in the future. Not sure when, but that's
Rumor has it, yeah.
The good news is the air conditioner's working.
Yeah, it feels nice. On a night like tonight, I'm not so sure we want to hear too much.
Good point.
If that blocks that heat out. And Somerset looks dangerous in this left-hand corner, making strides and getting into a dangerous area. It seems like they've found those couple sweet pockets of space in both of those corners. And
While we got a
have
minute,
been able to do that well.
Trent, Keys to the game brought to you by Century 21 Advantage Realty Key Associates Realtor Kathy Sears. When you're in the market to buy or sell a home, be sure and call Kathy at 606-875-2120. What do you see as the keys tonight for Somerset?
I think early on, just watching both teams, Bob, the key for both of these teams is how long they can hold on to possession and how much they can enjoy just being on the ball for a little bit. Both of these sides are very disciplined. Both of their shapes look very good. They're both very tight defensively in the back and not allowing each other to kind of break through to break that deadlock. So it really is just going to be a game tactically of who can hold on to the ball the longest, first of all, and create those pockets of space that they can get in behind to score goals. When GRC has the ball, they've looked very good on the ball. When Somerset's had the ball, the same is true there.
Free kick situation for George Rogers Clark. Referee's hand straight up in the air, meaning that is a
that's a free kick. It'd be a
free
direct
kick.
For GRC in a dangerous area. Nice ball in and a header wide left of the goal, and Somerset will take out of the back. That's Dylan Jasper in goal for them.
So a direct free kick means it has to come off another player, or it can go directly into the goal?
It can go directly into the goal from a direct kick. Yeah.
Makes sense. See, I'm starting to figure
You're
this soccer
figuring it
thing out. Yeah, I'll have it. Another 3 or 4 years, I'll have it down.
The game on Tuesday was a nice little warm-up for you with that, I think.
Oh, nice tackle. I guess you call that a tackle, right?
Tackle, yep, absolutely.
All right.
And GRC at the moment struggling to hold on to any kind of possession, Bob. Early on, they looked like the dominant side. Here in the second, midway part of the half, Somerset is the very, very dominant team and enjoying all the possession at the moment. And plenty of space for GRC. A ball in, but not dangerous at all, as Jasper will scoop that up and look to punt or throw out of the back.
Are we sure that's who that is, Dylan Jasper?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep, I actually coached him as well. He's on the – I think he's a senior for them. It says he's a junior, but he was on that 19-year-old team that I coached as well. So familiar with him. He's a great goalkeeper, small guy, but very quick. His positioning is very nice, kind of where he needs to be and not really scared of anything. He'll go up for those 50-50 balls and not care at all to get his hands dirty, so to speak. And we will have a George Rogers Clark throw. Far sideline furthest from us. And Bob had mentioned a minute ago just how nice this facility is since all the updates. And it's night and day difference from last year. Being here, broadcasting these games, we've got a nice press box this year. They've widened this field out. We talked about that a little bit Tuesday. GRC, a dangerous area, nice little quick counter from them. And dispossessed by Somerset, but not for long. Finding space for a shot and wide right, as Jasper will look to take that out of the back.
Really was a nice possession there by GRC. Somerset stayed, intense on the defense, but GRC able to get a shot away. It goes wide. I believe that is the second shot of the night for GRC.
Both off target so far.
Yeah,
yep.
So they don't count as shots on goal officially.
Correct. And Derek Arias with plenty of space, plenty of time. One man to beat. He looks for the cross. A nice ball, but a poor touch by Somerset to hold possession. It'll get knocked out, and Somerset look to attack again. And A nice look there, but we will
we got a handball call.
Okay, I was wondering if that was offsides or a handball, but yeah, it does look like you're right. It is
Henderson Chiropractic, committed to relieving your pain using true principles of chiropractic care. Their caring and helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accident, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want. That's Henderson Chiropractic.
And GRC attack up the wing again, looking for that space but dispossessed. That's number 9, Felipe. Dangerous area for a throw, but defended well. And out of play for a corner deflection off of Cassida.
Appears that GRC is playing 2 forwards, I guess they would be, in the up in the front part of the offensive end. And that would be Dylan Reffett and Brandon Beltran.
And plenty of time here. See how Somerset marks a dangerous ball in. That's a great ball, but it will go nowhere. And Somerset look to chase, but GRC with the ball back again as they look to play out wide on the right. And a poor touch out wide here closest to us, Bob. We've seen a couple possessions where they've lost the ball right here in front of us when they've had plenty of time and space and some dangerous areas right ahead of them. Got to fix those couple things and tighten some stuff up. A nice break from Derek Arias, and you see that speed that I was talking about there, Bob. He is explosive and dynamic when he gets that little bit of green grass in front of him. He is gone.
Indeed he is. Of course, that shot off the side of the goal post, so it will be a goal kick for George Rogers Clark. The Cardinals out of Winchester, Kentucky, Clark County High School, come into tonight with a record of 7-2-1.
That was a nice ball there, nice little layoff, but again, lost on the right-hand side. And we will have a GRC throw. Don't know in all my years of watching soccer or playing soccer that I have played or watched a Cardinals match. Don't know much about the history of the program. Typically those teams from around your Lexington area are very strong, and Somerset doing a nice job right now at containing them and owning this game. And nice little battle there in the middle. That was number 8. Josh Tucker, yeah, and nice win from him. And you hate to see him throw the ball away after working that hard to win it. But Somerset will have it back as they look to counter now. Nice ball in. Shan could not get there as Somerset will look to recover and do. And plenty of space for Somerset. Bob, you'll notice exactly as I had mentioned earlier, this game will come down to a matter of possession and being able to open up those pockets. And it seems as though at the moment the Cardinals are looking to defend, absorb a lot of pressure, and quickly counter up those wings. They're doing a good job at winning it back, but those couple final touches haven't been perfect, and then they've lost that ball in those areas.
Well, best I can tell, if you don't know much about soccer, and I certainly don't, but you keep mentioning spacing, and like basketball, it's very important to get the spacing so you can create passing lanes.
Correct.
And that is what will give you opportunities to move the ball forward and get shots on goal.
Yep, and that's exactly the same in a sense, just on a much larger scale with more players. Yep.
So it makes it a little more difficult to watch, especially in video, because you don't get the whole field at the whole time.
And a nice dispossession. GRC.
Oh, what a save.
A nice opportunity and a beautiful save. Dylan Jasper with the save. He comes out. He's big. He makes his presence known. He sees his defender lose the ball right in front of him. You can't play with the ball right there in that dangerous area. But Jasper anticipated that well, closed his space down, and made a big-time save for the Jumpers. Shand on the ball, plenty of time and space. He looks to play through to Arias up top. Ball is deflected. And space again to Arias from Shand. A nice ball as he falls out of bounds playing it. And the Cardinals will win it back but look to attack, and still going to hold on to the ball for just a second. The center official will call a foul there, and we will have a Cardinal free kick just on the edge of the center circle. Nice ball in and straight into the hands of Jasper as he'll scoop that one up.
Now, that was an indirect free kick, so had it gone in, it would not have been a goal. Is that correct?
No, that was a direct free kick.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So anytime that an indirect free kick is a lot less common.
Okay.
Anytime that happens, you'll usually see a couple players standing over the ball or standing right beside it, and one will tap it to the other, and the other will play the ball in.
Okay.
So that's the easiest way to distinguish. And a nice opportunity for Arias. Oh, and a nice shot, but saved. That is your goalkeeper for the Cardinals, Taman Hayes. A nice save from Hayes in that moment. And George Rogers Clark looked to attack quickly up the left-hand wing. They've had a lot more success on that wing, but they're going to look to come back across the field. And a beautiful touch from number 9. His head is down. It's a shot. It's a goal. GRC, and just like that, Bob, exactly as we had mentioned, George Roger Clark looking for that counter attack, looking for those goals on the quick transition, and that was an absolutely phenomenal touch. That's number 9. That's Brandon Beltran with the goal. A very composed finish from him. He's looked dangerous. I believe one of their other shots had came from him as well. Very, very dangerous. Somerset definitely want to contain him, make sure he does not have that space and time on the ball to get another shot like that off. And definitely want to see how the intensity of the game changes here. See if George Rogers Clark are able to hold on to the ball, make anything else dangerous happen out of it, kind of ride that momentum, if you will. One-on-one in the middle there, another shot, and that's from your striker Beltran as well for the Cardinals. And you can see that confidence just kind of oozing out of him at the moment, not scared of anything, just willing to take anybody on. And a lot of times that's the difference maker in these types of games.
Well, if you're watching what we're seeing at home, but I tell you, I don't have to know much about this game to understand that he is really good. He is a tremendous athlete. We've been able to see that, and as you said, confidence just flowing out of that young man, Beltran, for GRC.
And that's what you want to see if you're the Cardinals, Bob. You want to, to this point, Somerset has dominated this game. So for the Cardinals to work together to find that quick goal through Beltran, maybe give them a little bit of confidence to turn this game around, start possessing the ball a little bit better, and really kind of change everything. Nice opportunity there for the jumpers, but no worries for Hayes in the end as he looks to quickly distribute out of the back.
Just past the halfway point here in this first period of play. 2 halves, 40 minutes each. We're at 19:45, 1-0 on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. George Rogers Clark, the Cardinals, on top of the Briar Jumpers. This is Quick Care Walk-In Clinics High School Soccer, presented by Don Franklin Family of Dealerships. Coming to you live from Clara Morrill Field on the campus of Somerset High School.
And both teams looking to earn possession at the moment for their clubs, but neither will do so. And steal a 50-50 ball. George Rogers Clark is going to come away with the corner kick on this one. The last corner kick that they had, Bob, was a very dangerous opportunity for the Cardinals. Head coach of the Cardinals, Nicholas Vogler, it looks like. Impressed with what we've seen so far out of them. They've looked strong in the counter and a nice goal. And a bad ball in, though, but they'll hold on to it nonetheless and look to reset as it will go out of play. That is a Cardinal throw.
Good deflection by Somerset.
And a nice step, a nice win. That was number 15, it looks like. That is Cassida.
Magic Monograms has moved to 110 Creek Terrace, conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger, the place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook. Search Magic Monograms and Embroidery.
And a 50-50 battle in the corner. Somerset came away with it, but back to the feet of GRC. And number 9 again, he is very explosive and very dangerous on the ball. Some nice coverage there, though, by Somerset. That was number 8 that time, Josh Chucker. Very good defense from him. Very good job at closing Beltran down and limiting his space, not allowing him to turn into that dangerous area and get another shot on goal. Looked like that may have been a handball there, but
Somerset probably got away with one there.
looks like actually
Did they
I'm
get
not
it?
sure if he's going to call it or not. He was probably playing advantage at first. And, yeah, the ball's going to come back to that spot for the handball. So in this game, a lot of times you'll see the center official do that. What they're doing there is allowing play to go on in the hopes that that team is either in an advantageous situation to keep the ball, a more advantageous situation than stopping play to give them a free kick.
So
and if not, they'll bring it back for the infraction.
A delayed call, if you will.
Correct. And George Rogers Clark looking to find dangerous areas right now out wide. That's number 29. He's in a very dangerous area. Ball whipped into the middle and deflected from Somerset. Great defense from them as GRC will look to reset from the throw.
On that defensive play, that was Brian Hines able to get that ball out of the front of the Somerset goal. So you're right, Trent. That was a fantastic defensive play.
And on the opposite end, number 29 for the Cardinals, that is Tyree Brown. And the by far the best play that we've seen from him out wide so far. He has been a little bit clumsy so far and thrown the ball away a couple times, but held on to it there and made something very dangerous happen with it. And so if you are the Cardinals, you're going to look to see that more often, keep the ball at his feet, and it looks like we may have an injury on the field at the moment. George Rogers Clark player down in the box.
Well, we got a moment, and we were talking about defense earlier. Since 1979, Modern Systems has been defending communities all across Kentucky, and they are proud to be part of the communities they serve, committing time and sponsorships to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, Heart Walk, local school programs, and many more. Modern Systems, your neighbors and friends, and they work 24/7 to protect the things that matter to you most. From homes to businesses to schools and churches, let Modern Systems be your trusted name in security. So we're going to get a substitution, if I'm not mistaken, on the injury.
Does appear so.
We know that life can be hectic, and that's why Somerset Community College offers flexible online programs in addition to traditional in-class learning. Small class sizes mean personal attention, and with over 40 programs to study, you're sure to find one that fits. Remember, you've got this. Get started today by applying at somerset.kctcs.edu. Come experience SCC, real people, real success.
And we are back underway here as George Rogers Clark enjoy possession from the whistle and look to attack up the wing, but thrown away. And just as quickly, Somerset will give it back. Bouncing around at the moment. Somerset look to slow the ball down. And foul in the center circle. We will have a Somerset direct kick as Tommy Wombles will look to play that in. Plenty of Somerset players in the box as Wombles plays a nice ball in to Shand. A nice little flick on It's
And
met
what
by
a
Arias,
save.
but at the same time, Hayes is there. And a big-time save from him to keep the score 1-0 Cardinals.
Just a flick of the ball with the head, and Arias there had an opportunity, but a great job by Taman Hayes, the goalkeeper for GRC.
And Wombles with the win out of the back. Back to the feet of GRC, and a dangerous opportunity here. But it will go up and over the goal, and Jasper will have a goal kick out of the back.
Don't want to alarm anybody, but today is September the 12th. It's Thursday, so that means tomorrow is, Friday the 13th, and there's a full moon at the same time. So for all of you superstitious folks out there, you're going to get the double whammy. It's high school football here on Lake Cumberland Sports. And you can check us out right here where you are, LakeCumberlandSports.com. Our Buffalo Wild Rings, or Wings and Rings, game of the week will be at Southwestern High School. So they play host to Wayne County, I believe it is.
Okay. And are they playing the game there and having audio and all that good stuff on?
Yeah.
That'll be really neat. I didn't know they were doing that now.
We're up here in the press box right now, and our good friend and one of our cameramen, Jeremiah, over here, he does the video for the boys soccer team here at Somerset. Mom and Dad, this is a family affair up here. Mom, she's up here for support. Dad's running the time clock and scoreboard.
We've got the crew. We've got the works up here in the press box. And Somerset will look to attack on the right side again. Thrown away to GRC as the Cardinals will look to advance, but out for a jumper throw.
Of course, I'm Bob Boone. He's Trent Van Hook. Pat Harris downstairs pulling double duty tonight. Pat's running the camera. That's where you're getting all the pictures, and he's producing from down there as well.
And out of play, a jumper throw as they'll look to take quickly. And do. And a nice one touch there. Nice touch by number 23. That was Jared Baston. With that, as they look to play Arias through, he's finding those pockets of space, but they're having trouble getting him that ball in the final third and really making something happen. We want to see that. We want to see that connection. That's going to be a difference maker for the jumpers. And a nice little ball from Arias and a nice turn from Canella. But dispossessed, and George Rogers Clark will look to advance the ball up the field back to the jumpers. And a nice idea from Shand, but just overhit.
Rick Barker, Godby Realty and Auction. Names you know, names you can trust. Real estate and auction services for farm, commercial, residential, and personal. Godby Realty and Auction has 49 years experience in the real estate and auction business, and they are ready to put it all to work for you. Go online at godbyrealty.com for more information.
And we will have a Cardinals throw, Bob, on the sideline furthest from us. Ball whipped in and scooped up into the hands of Jasper, as he will look to distribute out of the back now. A nice big punt out of the back. Somerset will hold on to the ball. That's Shand looking out wide. And just overshot again to Baston. But we will look to reset and regroup. And Shand will make way. It looks like he is captaining the jumpers tonight. Number 13 for Somerset, that is Ryan Acey, will make an appearance.
Approaching the 10-minute mark of this first half of play, 1-0. Somerset trails George Rogers Clark. Watching boys high school soccer, courtesy of Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Med Park West, along with Don Franklin family of dealerships right here in Somerset, Kentucky.
And another substitution here, that is number 3. That is Kobe Wilson coming on for the Briar Jumpers at left wing. Looking to add a little bit of speed out there, make a difference. And it looks like Jared Baston, Bob, has slid into the middle, the central midfield role, hoping to make something happen there. It looks like Blankenship may be switching up his tactics just a little bit. If it were my guess, it is to get Derek Arias more involved. Like I was mentioning earlier, they're having a little bit of trouble connecting with him, finding that final pass so that he can get a nice shot off. We want to see that improve, obviously, and I think this substitution and this tactical change is specifically for that.
Just 2 shots on goal in this first half for Somerset. Compare that to 5 shots on goal for George Rogers Clark, and they lead it 1-0.
And GRC with a nice win out of the back. That ball will be controlled in the end by Wombles out wide for Somerset as they look for that space, but a terrible ball by the Jumpers as they will give the possession back to the Cardinals.
Unfortunately, that one cleared the chain-link fence and is over next to the elementary school, Hopkins Elementary, on the far side.
Somewhere out there.
Right over top of our LakeCumberlandSports.com banner, along with the Quick Care banner.
And GRC will look to quickly attack up the left. Plenty of space. That's Beltran on the ball with plenty of time as he gets another shot off and another goal. One-on-one there. I believe that was, I'm not actually sure. Can't see the number from here of who had stepped out to defend there. In the end, Beltran will get his second goal. And, Bob, we've seen here again just how dangerous he is given that moment of space.
Yeah, he doesn't need much, but he knows how to take advantage of what he is given. So that gives GRC a 2-0 lead. Somerset, do they press a little bit more here with trailing 2-0, 8 minutes to go in the first half? We shall see.
As Somerset will win the ball back, they'll look to attack up the wing here. Dispossessed by the Cardinals. A quick ball in. Controlled by Wombles for a brief moment to Baston. A nice touch by Baston as he'll look to advance quickly but dispossessed. A nice step. That was number 13, Connor Brown for the Cardinals. And still on the ball, Brown. A nice ball into the middle as the Cardinals will have the drop to reset. And a big shot in the middle there. That was number 10, Amito Piedra. And Somerset will clear the ball out of the back just for a quick break. Sometimes when you're absorbing that much pressure, you just need to get rid of the ball and kind of let your team reset, let everyone get back behind the play and help you. And Somerset doing just that there. And Baston back on the ball again as he looks to advance through the middle. He'll lose the ball. That's number 10 again, Piedra, as he will advance up the field through the middle. And Somerset will come back away with that. And out of play to the Cardinals for Cardinals throw closest to the scoreboard.
L&N Federal Credit Union has been in business since 1954. Set up as a financial cooperative, profits are given back to individuals by way of better interest rates, lower fees, and convenient services and resource programs. L&N can offer everything necessary for someone's personal or business finances. Stop by their Somerset location in front of Kroger Marketplace on 27, or you can go online at lnfcu.com. Equal housing lender and NCUA insured.
Looks like we have a brief stoppage of play, but we'll be back underway here. Cardinals free kick into a dangerous area. Deflected away off the head of the Jumpers for a Cardinal throw.
You can just see the Cardinals, every time they get the free kick, it goes in the right direction, and they get it down there in front of the Somerset goal where there are a lot of bodies, and they've taken advantage of that a couple of times. That is why GRC is on top, 2-0.
And a nice ball in, a little bit overshot, but Somerset will clear the ball away for a Cardinals throw. And out of play, goal kick for Somerset. It looks like Wombles will step up to take it.
5 minutes remain in this first half. Somerset trailing 2-0 to George Rogers Clark.
Nice ball out of the back. In the end, Somerset will not win it. Ball's up and over and out of play for a Cardinals throw. Nice little pass there from Piedra as he drifts back out wide. Looks to create and does. A nice whipped ball across. That was number 2, Talon Hayes, in the middle, trying to meet that one for the Cardinals. I would venture to say, Bob, that the striker for the Cardinals is probably the brother of their goalkeeper, Taman Hayes and Talon Hayes. And we've got a Tegan Hayes as well on the team. Don't know if they all play, but they can't all be the same age, so.
Well, Taman and Talon are both juniors, so.
Okay, yeah, they are.
Safe
So
to
they may
bet
not
that
be.
They would be twin brothers, but.
Oh, well, yeah, they could be. I hadn't thought of that. We got Tegan Hayes is a sophomore, so. And Jasper will scoop that one up out of the back as he'll look to distribute. And we are controlled here in the middle by Somerset now, as they will look to quickly play out wide, but dispossessed by the Cardinals. And the Cardinals look to reset and hold on to possession and do. A nice little series of plays there, a nice combination and a nice string of passes there by the Cardinals as they'll look to play deep in behind. That's number 9 to Chase. Beltran looking for that hat trick. Will not get it into the arms of Jasper as he will look to reset out of the back once more.
Time winding down in this first half, and another big opportunity for GRC, but now we may have an injury. Is a little bit of a collision out there right at the center line.
Yeah, it looks like 50-50 ball in the middle at the half there, Bob. Both players went up for it. It went off of the foot of the Cardinals into the face of a jumper. Can't see any numbers from here. That's the only thing bad about those Somerset jerseys is they're a little bit hard to read.
Looked like number 19, but I didn't have a 19 on my roster, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, could not see it from here, but Wombles will take that one out of the back. Somerset with plenty of players in the box. A nice ball in from Wombles, but no one there to greet it. And quickly now, the Cardinals look to attack up the left-hand side. Nice space that Beltran found out there. That's number 6. That's Nathan Sidwell. Back into the middle, Piedra. He looks to create plenty of time. Nice combination play, but away from Somerset. That is number 11, Matt Coffey, with the clearance.
Good defensive recovery, though, by Somerset to get back, because that was a big-time opportunity for GRC.
Very much so, Bob. They done a very good job at containing George Rogers Clark, slowing them down and getting back behind the ball. Somerset has done very well at that tonight, and that's very, very, very good to see. And the Cardinals look to reset Arias with a deflection, but back out wide. That's number 29. That's Tyree Brown. Nice composure and a nice ball from Brown into the middle, a dangerous area. Ball's across, off of the hand of Jasper and into the Somerset goal just before half. That is 3-0 Cardinals lead.
And did we get a number on the goal?
That was number 6. Nathan Sidwell.
So 2 minutes to go, and the clock will stop on the scoreboard. And from this point, the official on the field will keep the time. It'll be a touch of a mystery for us as we wind down this first half of play. 3-0 in favor of George Rogers Clark over Somerset. This is Quick Care Walk-In Clinics, high school soccer.
And, you know, at this point in the season, Bob, both of these teams probably have had plenty of time to study each other. The Cardinals could very well be playing a defensive game, just kind of waiting for that pressure, waiting to win the ball back, and then looking to exploit the counterattack. And a nice ball in from Somerset there, but into the arms of Hayes.
Just the third shot on goal for the Jumpers.
And Somerset with the drop, but back out of play. As they will win it back, look to attack again. I believe that is Baston, if I'm not mistaken, to Shand, your captain for tonight. And away from Somerset, it will be a Cardinal throw. And actually, I believe that was number 8. That is Tucker, that I was talking about just a moment ago. And the Cardinals, as they advance up the left, will look for space. They're not going to find it just yet, as Wombles will play that ball back out and recover back into the middle.
One of the things, too, as I look out, and a lot of the players, sweating profusely. Of course, we had another 90-degree temperature today. These guys don't get breaks long enough to go get a sip of water. They play 40 minutes without a drink.
Arias here, plenty of space, a nice touch. He's going to drop that in. Nice hustle play there from number 5, Zeke Ross, for the Cardinals, as ultimately he will control, and George Rogers Clark will look to win back to the feet of Beltran at the moment. We know how dangerous he is. We've seen it. And a nice little combination play, a run on, but a nice save by Jasper. Way to anticipate that, way to come out and be big. A nice play by the Jumpers there.
So I've got that as the 9th shot on goal for George Rogers Clark in this contest. But you're right, Jasper did a great job staying focused, able to make that save.
And Arias with some room, he will be there as he looks to cut in. Nice little ball across. It will not be met by Somerset. Up and over the fence, another one for the ball boy or ball gal to chase. And we are back in play again quickly by Somerset. You can tell just right now at the moment, both teams trying to make advantage, especially Somerset, of every second they have left of this half. They really need that goal just to salvage this half. And
there can't be much time left in this half, as Somerset going to get advantage of a handball here.
And a nice ball into the arms of Taman Hayes. And that will do it, folks. We are at halftime as George Rogers Clark leads the Somerset Briar Jumpers 3-0.
Quick Care Walk-In Clinic wants you to know that wait times are short. They're focused on service and their staff, the clinic, to reduce time spent in the waiting room. Quick Care has lab and x-ray equipment right there on site, which is another great time saver. Open and waiting for you from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. Of course, no appointment is necessary. Just walk in when you need. It's Quick Care Walk-In Clinic behind the hospital. It is 3-0 in favor of George Rogers Clark. We're going to step out and take a couple-minute break. We'll be back right here on Lake Cumberland Sports.
Ford offers complimentary lifetime powertrain protection with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle we sell. Engine covered, transmission covered, drive axles covered for life. You're covered as long as you own it. And that's on every qualifying new and pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, even diesel trucks. Shop with complete confidence and peace of mind with Alton Blakely's complimentary lifetime powertrain protection program. Alton Blakely Ford, South Highway 27 Somerset, and altonblakely.com. Honda offers complimentary lifetime powertrain protection with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle we sell. Engine covered, transmission covered, drive axles covered for life. You're covered as long as you own it. And that's on every qualifying new and pre-owned car, truck, van, and SUV, even diesel trucks. Shop with complete confidence and peace of mind with Alton Blakely's complimentary lifetime powertrain protection program. Alton Blakely Honda, South Highway 27 Somerset, and abhonda.com. Honda offers complimentary lifetime powertrain protection with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle we sell. Engine covered, transmission covered, drive axles covered for life. You're covered as long as you own it. And that's on every qualifying new and pre-owned car, truck, van, and SUV, even diesel trucks. Shop with complete confidence and peace of mind with Alton Blakely's complimentary lifetime powertrain protection program. Alton Blakely Honda, South Highway 27 Somerset, and abhonda.com.
It's time to auction. Who you gonna call? Whether it's a farm, home, personal, or commercial property, Ford Brothers Auctioneers bring home the bacon for your next auction. On-site, online, simulcast. Whatever works best for you, that's what we do. Award-winning marketing to support your auction. And FordBrothersInc.com has the most unique visitors for auctions in the market. Give us a call for your next auction. At Ford Brothers, we're selling the country.
To us, Kentucky is a great place to live, work, and play. At Toyota of Somerset, your dreams are important, and we love making them come true. If it's a new Toyota car, truck, SUV, or van, certified pre-owned or used vehicle, we've got you covered. Always a great selection, and we'll welcome your credit application and trade-in. And always a great deal. We're open until the last customer is served. So come on in.
We're all about you.
Welcome back to Claremore Field on the campus of Somerset High School. Had a visitor up here at the press box hanging out with us. One of the sister of one of the Somerset players, Lauren Maynard, come by to say hi. I used to work with her. And anyway, 3-0 is your score. Somerset trailing George Rogers Clark in what is a non-district, non-regional game, but nonetheless, every game is important. You only get so many opportunities to win a soccer match, and right now, Somerset's got some work to do in the second half if they want to come back from this one. This is Quick Care Walk-In Clinics High School Football, presented by Don Franklin Family of Dealerships. Don Franklin Family of Dealerships wants to know you can take advantage of the end of the summer savings at any of their Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships, where they treat you like family. And Trent, we've seen in this first half of play, we felt really good about the Somerset and the way they were attacking, but just a couple of lapses on defense. But tell you what, we got to give credit to Brandon Beltran. He has applied a lot of pressure for GRC.
He has, Bob. Didn't have any opportunity to speak with either coach pre-match to figure out exactly tactically what they were wanting to implement, but just by watching it seems, hit on it a little bit earlier, both of these teams at this point have had some time to watch each other, to study each other, to probably watch some film on each other. We're more than 10 games into the season, I think, at this point, and so they both kind of know how each other play. Derek Arias is a fast, quick player for Somerset. Does not surprise me at all that the Cardinals are looking to hold deep, contain him, contain that speed just for a little bit, just make sure he's not getting those shots off. If I'm the Cardinals head coach, Vogler, I am making sure that all of Somerset's goals are coming from somewhere else. I'm going to make somebody else besides him beat me. I think they are doing an excellent job at containing him, at taking him out of the game, even though his speed alone has created several opportunities for Somerset. The Somerset Briar Jumpers, 4 shots, Bob.
Yes.
I think all of those, have came from Arias on quick little breakaways.
Right.
Taman Hayes, 4 saves. That means all 4 shots are on target.
Well, you mentioned Coach Vogler that he wants to know exactly where Arias is at all times. And if I'm Brian Blankenship of Somerset, I'm telling you better know where number 9 is on the field for GRC, Brandon Beltran. And it doesn't matter whether he is far forward or out here towards midfield. He's got the speed to get there, chase them down, and absolutely make things happen for his ball club. And credit him with 2 goals. Darn near got the hat trick in that first half. You got some stats. Why don't you run through those real quick? I know they're not elaborate because I was keeping them, but, share with what's going on. You mentioned the 4 shots on goal for Somerset, which gives GRC the 4 saves.
Yeah, 4 shots for Somerset. And we have got Jasper recorded as 7 saves. The Pulaski County Maroons, I'm looking at the wrong thing here.
I'm sorry.
The George Rogers Clark Ball Club with 9 shots, 2 goals, and Taman Hayes with 4 saves.
We got 3 goals, 2 of them by number 6, and that would be the Beltran, and then the other one, Nathaniel Sidwell, scored the 3rd goal for George Rogers Clark.
Yep.
Henderson Chiropractic, committed to relieving your pain using true principles of chiropractic care. Their caring and helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic. And Magic Monograms has moved to their new location at 110 Creek Terrace, conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burgers, the place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. And they can put your designs or logo on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook, search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. I also want to say thank you to our sponsors, Alton Blakely, family of dealerships, along with Ford Brothers Auctioneers. We also would like to say thank you to Toyota of Somerset for being part of this broadcast here tonight from Claramora Field. Of course, we'll be bringing you a soccer match again on Monday night, and so be sure and tune in there. We're going to be over at Pulaski County High School, and we'll bring you that game. I'm not sure it's going to be video, but we will have, at the very minimum, audio for that broadcast. Of course, our next BWR game of the week, video game of the week, is coming up tomorrow night, and that will be coming to you from Southwestern High School, where the Warriors will play host to the Wayne County Cardinals, and Pulaski County will be on the air, audio only. Mike Kerr, Paul Wright, and the professor, Dwayne Clark, will bring you all of the action of that game. Both of them right here, LakeCumberlandSports.com. The Somerset Briar Jumpers, you ask? Well, they're off this week, so they get a break and prepare to go to Williamsburg next week. So we got less than a minute to go here in halftime, and Somerset should be making their way back onto the field shortly. Trent, what has Somerset got to do to get themselves back into this ball game tonight?
Bob, I think if I am Brian Blankenship and I'm the coach of Somerset, you've got to figure out something different with Derek Arias, either a way to get him involved more directly or move him completely. To me, I would move him out wide, give him a little bit more freedom and a little bit more room out there to create. He's going to find those pockets of space. He's going to get in behind because that's the kind of player that he is. If they're having trouble connecting to him directly, which is what they're trying to do at the moment, or on that through ball, which is very seldom, to me it's a no-brainer to move him out wide. Those wingbacks that we've seen, especially the ones closer to us, have lost the ball several times out here out wide. Those players are a little weaker. I'm moving my best player out there. I'll let him take on these weaker players, get in behind, attack, and try to create an opportunity himself or for someone else, a nice little ball across the middle. To me, that seems like the biggest change is to either make sure Arias is getting the ball or make sure he's in a position to be more involved.
Interest Counseling is proud to offer psychiatry, counseling, case management, medication assistance, and family practice services all under one umbrella. Please call them at 676-0638 or check out their new website at interest-healthcare.com to get services started today. You can also find them on Facebook. We are ready to go. Let's send it back down to the field. And here again is Trent with all the play-by-play.
Thank you, Bob. And I will give you your stat sheet back because you've done an excellent job at that tonight. Last year we didn't have any stats, and this year we do, thanks to Bob. And we will look to be back underway, and Somerset making their way back onto the field at the moment.
As we continue to not sure what the delay is here. We have officials.
And we are underway.
All right. Sometimes you got to wait on those guys.
And Somerset, as they look to control quickly. Shand looks to be playing a higher role in the offense this time around. It looks like Blankenship may have moved him up just a little bit closer to the action, as he will control a nice touch out wide by KJ Shand, as he will win the ball back from George Rogers Clark there. A nice drop. That's number 9. That is Felipe for Somerset on the ball, but he will lose out to, or I'm sorry, we can barely see from here. Somerset throw, actually. And Baston in the middle to control. A nice little ball out wide. That is Chandler Edwards. Does not get there. As we look to advance quickly, but out of play. That is a Cardinal throw.
Of course, Somerset now moving left to right. George Rogers Clark will be attacking right to left as we look at it. And we look at it the same way you do. So
A nice little shot there. That is number 12 for the Cardinals, Trevin Curtis. Shot goes wide right. That one was off target for the Cardinals. And a goal kick out of the back. Looks like Tommy Wombles to take. And one out of the middle by GRC as they look to advance quickly. But away out of the back, that's Hines for Somerset. And plenty of space and time. A nice step by Wombles there. He's going to carry and out to Edwards, who plays the ball up the wing, but to no one. And out of play for a Cardinal throw deep in the corner, Bob.
Trent, I got to ask a question. One thing I have curious, I don't know, maybe the fans at home are curious as well. When there's a throw-in or a free kick, it appears there's not really any set time. And, you know, sometimes you see it do it quickly. Sometimes you see them take a little while. Is there a time, or is there ever such a thing as delay of game?
Nope. You know, occasionally you'll see him take too long. And so in that instance, what can happen is the center official would issue a yellow card. So you get a yellow or a red card. Red card would suspend you. I think in high school it's 2 games. It would suspend you this game and then 2 more. I could be wrong on that because all the rules are a little bit different in high school. But you definitely don't want to accumulate too many of those. If you get a yellow, that's usually for a smaller infraction. A nice breakaway. Baston, plenty of space, and a goal. He buries it. A nice take by Jared Baston for Somerset. Number 23, the midfielder. Some nice, confident composure from Baston there. Good to see Somerset back in this one. I hope this is the first step to a fun and exciting second half, Bob, as we are back underway. That's George Rogers Clark on the ball as they look to penetrate quickly, but away by Wombles to Shand. And a nice touch from Shand there, little back heel, and a 3-way collision at the left of the center circle. GRC going to come away with it, space out wide. He'll take the shot instead. Not dangerous at all, and into the arms of Jasper as he will slow things back down and give his Briar Jumpers just a second to breathe. And that's out wide. Somerset looking to build from the back, unable to do so at the moment, and they've lost it a couple of key times. 50-50 challenge. KJ Shand with the split through the legs of the Cardinals defender, and out and away to Somerset for a throw-in. A nice little tackle, a nice cheeky move from KJ Shand there, and in the end, Somerset comes away with a throw on the big switch.
Not just a switch, but the big switch, as my partner describes it.
And I don't know exactly how that happened. This pillar blocked me. I'm not sure if that was a deflection, if it was a switch, what happened. I just know it ended up resulting in a
Sometimes
Somerset throw.
I feel like we're in one of the obstructed view seats at Fenway Park. At least I've been told that's what it would be like. I've never been there.
Neither have I.
I knew he was going to raise his hand. The guy to our right's been there. Matter of fact, I think he's got a cat named Fenway.
And back under play as the Cardinals will take a goal kick, possessed by Somerset. A nice touch. That's number 8 for the Jumpers, Josh Tucker.
Good job, Tucker.
Nice composure, way to find space. But in the end, holds on to the ball too long. Done a good job at creating that space, but you can't hold on to it forever. Ball's back in play, back to Somerset. Baston with the ball, nice little juke move. Dispossessed, back to Shan, nice touch. Shan looking for the open man, no one out wide. He's going to hold on to it, and he'll get a shot off. And up and over to the left, that was number 14, KJ Shand. George Rogers Clark, goal kick.
Well, I can say this much. It appears Somerset is being more aggressive on the offensive end. They've already got a one shot on goal that found its way into the back of the net to shorten the lead 3-1. 34 minutes, just under 34 minutes to go in second half of play.
Arias on the ball, nice hold-up play from him. He looks to create through the middle. It's out wide to Shand. Shand over to the left. No runner there. And out of play, George Rogers Clark, goal kick once again. And Bob, early on in this second half, one thing I've noticed pretty quickly, in the first half, KJ Shand, number 14, your captain for Somerset, was playing in the middle. Second half, Blankenship has moved him out wide. He's playing a right wing, and he has looked far better and far more dangerous in this position, allowing Derek Arias a little bit more room in the middle to create. And just as we talk about him again, there's the ball and the idea through to Arias, deflected from the Cardinals to Somerset, but I guess it's actually going back the other way. Ref corrected that one. George Rogers Clark, nice little composure and way to get the ball down there as they look for the big switch across the field, furthest from us. And out of play. That is a jumper throw. Tucker in the middle with the ball. The drop and back into Shand. He won't get there. Away by the Cardinals, but met by 19 for the Jumpers. We don't have a number for him. And a foul in the middle. That will be a jumper free kick just inside of the center circle for the Jumpers, as they will pack plenty of players out wide to the left.
Good defense by that last opportunity for George Rogers Clark. Jumpers really doing a great job, and now we've got a yellow card situation.
Not sure what happened there. That was Wombles who will take the yellow card, number 12 for the Jumpers. And in high school, when you get that yellow card, you do have to come off. At the professional, at the collegiate level, you do actually stay on the field. So that is one of those small rule changes there that is just a little bit different. Shan to play that ball in. Not sure if that was an attempted shot or a cross back post. Either way, up and over to the left, and no good for the Jumpers, as the Cardinals will look to reset from the back.
That means the Jumpers go on defense. And speaking of defense, Modern Systems has been defending communities all across Kentucky and proud to be part of communities they serve since 1979. They commit time and sponsorships to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, Heart Walk, local school programs, and many more. Modern Systems, your neighbors and friends. Let Modern Systems be your trusted name in security.
And GRC with a nice little progression here. Plenty of time and space for number 12. The shot goes wide left, ends up off of the feet of number 5. That's Brian Hines cleaning things up in the back, as he will look to defend now, as George Rogers Clark will enjoy a corner on the left-hand side of the field.
Always one of the more exciting plays in soccer, the corner kick. So many different things can happen, and a lot of movement in front of the goal.
One out quick, the ball comes to him, and away by Somerset, but back in by the Cardinals, a header, and wide left as Jasper will look to take the free kick, or goal kick, I'm sorry. And Hines is actually going to come back, and he will take that instead. Shand out wide. Ball will come to the middle. That's Chandler Edwards. Nice touch and composure by him. Nice turn. And lucky there, but the ball will go to Arias. And Shand out wide, a nice run. Arias finds him, whipped back into Edwards, and an attempted shot deflected by George Rogers Clark as they look to attack quickly. As you will notice, they are numbers forward. Plenty of attackers forward for the Cardinals at the moment. Out wide, Beltran, turn. Nice turn, nice defending. That was number 19, who we do not have a number for the Jumpers. Nice defense from him, though, as he dispossesses Beltran and avoids that shot on goal. And it does appear that, I guess that's number 19. I can't see any more from here, that they are actually man-marking him, Bob. So somebody basically is just shadowing him 24/7. Shot there by the Cardinals. That was number 12, Trevin Curtis, into the arms of Jasper, as he will give his team a breather for just a moment. And back at it with a nice punt. Jumpers to chase. Cardinals to possess. Nice idea and a nice through ball, but Somerset will get there. And out of play by Somerset for a Cardinals throw.
If you want a great career, Somerset Community College career and technical programs can help. Or if you want a bachelor's degree but not massive college debts, just start off at SCC, transfer to a new university center of Southern Kentucky, located right here in town in Somerset, and you can save thousands. Sign up now on campus or visit us online at somerset.kctcs.edu. Don't delay, enroll today.
And we will have a Cardinals throw back underway here. And out of bounds by Somerset for a second Cardinals throw. Deep on the sideline, dangerous area if they can make anything happen with it. Runners in the box. Nice little flick to the middle, but away by Somerset. And Baston with a nice ball out to Arias. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Can he find him? Plenty of time and space. He's going to lose the ball in the end. That is out of play. George Rogers Clark throw, and Somerset. And George Rogers Clark, lives to see another day. A very dangerous situation that they handle very, very well there, Bob.
George Rogers Clark with a 2-goal advantage here with 27 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in regulation. Could you or your family benefit from counseling services? Intrust Counseling is there to meet your needs by providing services in the office, home, or school. They even offer late night and weekend appointments. Call 679-0638. Check out their new website at intrust-healthcare.com. You can find them on Facebook. Should say you can also find them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Appreciate the folks at Intrust Healthcare.
And Lake Cumberland Sports as well. You can find us on Facebook too.
We are there.
Go there to stream as well, or lakecumberlandsports.com. Into the arms of Jasper as he will look to reset out of the back. Both teams looking to gain control at the moment. And Somerset will come away with this one. In the middle, nice little turn there by Tucker. Ball into Derek Arias, but overshot into the feet of the Cardinals defense. Arias looks to possess, out of play, jumper throw.
Well, you mentioned Lake Cumberland Sports Facebook page. You can go there and find all kinds of just archived material from the different sporting events. Of course, we are the only broadcaster in the entire area that brings you coverage of all 3 local high school football teams every Friday night.
And a nice opportunity here. Hines will get there as he clears away. And, Bob, you're absolutely right. We've talked about this a couple times before, but this is really neat for these student athletes to be able to get online, to be able to watch these games again after they've played them, kind of relive those moments, relive those goals, maybe relive those bad decisions. But in the end, they've got that. They've got that platform. They've got that exposure, and it's absolutely incredible, and it's awesome for these guys to have that.
That corner kick was headed out the back line of the field of play, so Somerset will end up with the goal kick. Rick Barker, Godby Realty and Auction, names you know, names you can trust. Real estate and auction services for farm, commercial, residential, and personal. Godby Realty and Auction. They have 49 years experience in the real estate and auction business, and they are ready to put it all to work for you. Go online at godbyrealty.com for more information.
And goal kick out of the back, controlled by GRC, out wide, a nice ball. That's number 37. That's Will Carrington for the Cardinals. He will lose the ball as Tucker with the high press. Back into the feet of Beltran. We know he's a good ball carrier, but dispossessed pretty easily by the jumpers that time, up and over, as the back line of Somerset looks to penetrate, find those attackers up the field. They do not, and we've got a dangerous opportunity for the Cardinals. That'll be out of play in the end. Somerset throw, and we do have a substitution.
Actually, they may have called a handball.
No, they got a substitution coming on right now.
Okay, thank you.
So anytime you see that outside official raise that flag up and hold it over his head,
I get it.
That is what that means. If they're standing still and they've got it pointed right out to the field, that means an offsides. Arias with a nice amount of space there. Dispossessed in the end by number 5.
And he's going to get a yellow card.
Zeke Ross, a yellow card. The referee must have had a poor view of that because we had a perfect view, and it was extremely clean, in my opinion. In the end, George Rogers Clark unlucky, and we'll have a free kick just outside of the center circle for Somerset.
So 23 minutes, 39 seconds to play here in regulation. Somerset trails by 2 goals, 3-1. They've been much more aggressive, especially in the first 10 to 15, about 10 minutes of this second half. They were just putting all kinds of pressure on the Cardinals.
Nice ball in from Wombles to Shand, who looks to control just a little bit over top of him, and out of play for a Cardinals throw.
L&N Federal Credit Union has been in business since 1954 and wants you to know that you can now join L&N if you live, work, worship, attend school, or belong to any legal entity within Pulaski County. L&N Federal Credit Union offers everything you need. Equal housing lender and NCUA insured.
And nice win from Somerset out of the back. They will look to control through Baston. Nice little touch to Arias. Nice through ball to Edwards. He won't get there. Goalkeeper Taman Hayes will. And we're back under play on the right-hand side quickly from the Cardinals. Plenty of time and space in the middle here for number 10. That's Piedra. And a nice ball from Piedra. That's number 2 to Chase. He won't get the shot off, but a phenomenal ball. That was Talon Hayes at the other end of that one for the Cardinals. We'll have a George Rogers Clark corner.
Well, you can, again, see how quick GRC is getting upfield, and they put the pressure on quickly on that Somerset defense.
Wasting just a little bit of time here, probably giving everybody a little breather, letting everybody get up the field, get in position, that type of thing. Here just for a moment. His hand is up, ball's in. Connection for the Cardinals, but up and over, and we will have a goal kick out of the back.
Well, I said when I parked behind the press box here that I wouldn't have to worry about foul balls, but I've watched balls sail over the fence all night long. So
yep.
That was a big-time header there, just too high. And Somerset does bring the ball back in play with the goal kick.
Looking for possession here. A bad touch there from Somerset. Can the Cardinals capitalize on it? That's number 29. We've seen him before. That's Tyree Brown out wide. He'll lose it again, but the ball will stay with the Cardinals on the throw. Back into play, the quick throw as he finds him back. Some dancing in the corner, another Cardinals throw. Cardinals doing a good job right now at keeping the ball in dangerous areas, looking for that fourth goal, Bob. You noticed at first, like you were talking about, we had a lot of possession from Somerset. They enjoyed a lot of time on the ball. They were doing everything right. They got that early goal by Baston. Now, George Rogers Clark kind of playing a little bit of catch-up, holding on to that ball, getting it in dangerous areas, and being the dominant force here in the middle part of the half. Very common in soccer. We have those waves, as I call them, of possession. So you'll see Somerset be very dominant for maybe 10 minutes. You'll see George Rogers Clark be very dominant for 10 minutes. And, you know, soccer is a game of long term. It's a game of possession. You've got 80 minutes in this case for high school where both teams are fighting. You can't fight for 80 minutes. Doesn't matter how good a shape you are in. So you've got to pick those moments when your team has the ball to kind of break the other team down. You know, on the other end of that, when you lose the ball, you're looking to defend. You're making sure that those gaps aren't getting exposed. You're making sure that those runners aren't coming through so that you get scored on. So like we had mentioned at the beginning of the game, one of those situations where it's almost a matter of them outlasting each other. And a dangerous little opportunity there in the corner for Somerset. Deflected out wide. Somerset's going to hold on to it, though. And nice little ball back in, but wide right. I believe that was an intended cross. No one connected to it. It was just a little bit too high. I think it was intended for Arias as he made that back post run there.
Yeah, that was a really nifty play there on a quick throw-in by Somerset. A pretty good opportunity putting the pressure on, but unable to capitalize on it. We're well under 20 minutes to go now, 18:42 to be exact. 3-1 your score, Somerset trailing GRC Quick Care Walk-In Clinics. High school soccer presented by Don Franklin Family of Dealerships. A lot of contact in that little exchange. No calls. Play on.
Yep. And soccer is a game of high contact, especially at the next levels, the collegiate level. You're pretty much doing everything under pressure, under contact. So it's good to let the referee, good to see him let them play on in those situations there. Kind of prepare them for those next stages if they are going there. A nice ball in from Shand. Beautiful delivery. No one does anything with it, just off of the head of the Cardinals. I believe that might go out, and it does, for a jumper corner. I believe this may be the first corner.
I was going to say, I think you're right.
The jumpers have had tonight.
And Taman Hayes holding out his hands, just asking why. Why did we do that in that situation? But good opportunity for Somerset. Now followed up with the corner kick.
Somerset with a lot of height, not going to connect with anybody, but ends up falling to the feet of a jumper, and it will go up and over for another Somerset corner. And just like that, we have two. As these teams line up beside each other, Bob, you can see Somerset definitely has the height advantage in this match. So you've got to, if you're Somerset, you've got to see them. If you're Blankenship, you've got to see these jumpers capitalize on this right now. That puts the game in a 2-3 situation. It becomes a winnable game with 17 minutes left, and they can't do it. Ball's out wide. We are out of view just for the moment, but it looks like we may have a throw again and out of play. It's going to be a goal kick this time to the Cardinals. Somerset unable to capitalize in that situation. Need a goal and need it pretty quick to change the momentum of this game. Obviously, you've got 16 minutes left. Anything can happen, but you want it to happen sooner rather than later. And we have a 50-50 ball in the corner. Somerset will come away with the throw here. And plenty of time and space out wide for Edwards. Edwards has plenty of room out there, has had plenty of room out there all night, unable to connect with him and really make anything happen. I'd like to see the jumpers maybe involve him just a little bit more, put the ball at his feet just a little bit more. You know, when he has the ball, he's done some nice things with it. He's been getting in pretty nice positions. They've just been unable to find him so far. I think he is a freshman, so lots of experience around him. But nice to see that youth resurgence there in that lineup for the jumpers. Jasper going to come away with that ball. No foul. The Cardinals not very happy about that, but we'll play on nonetheless. Nice goal kick by Jasper there. Down to Piedra. Nice little flick out wide from Beltran. That's number 4 on the ball. That is Nate Horseman. And Beltran with a nice little idea and a nice turn there. Deflected off of the feet of Somerset. Nice defense in the back. That is, let's see here. Can't remember his name, and I can't see his number from here. I believe that was Felipe for the jumpers, though.
Under 15 minutes to go, still 3-1. Right now, George Rogers Clark has the ball and Somerset into the field. So we're going to get a Cardinal throw in. So time beginning to become a factor for Somerset, down by 2 goals.
Nice deflection there. That was Felipe that time for sure. Now, one thing we haven't seen Somerset do a lot, Bob, is involve what is now that left-hand side, the side furthest from us. Their left back, Chandler Edwards out there, their outside midfielder. I don't know. I can't see the other gentleman's number from here, so I don't know exactly how, you know, what grade he's in. But you see Edwards is a freshman. Don't know if maybe that's one of those situations where the team may just not completely trust that yet, that young experience. But George Rogers Clark here, another opportunity. That's Beltran, a nice shot. Deflection by Jasper, up and over by the Cardinals. And the jumpers catch a huge and massive break there.
Yeah, because that was, again, Beltran with the opportunity going one-on-one, and Jasper come out and made a fantastic save, but the rebound shot fortunately sailed over the top of the goal.
That was a nice little series of events there by George Rogers Clark. A great save by Jasper. He was big, got on the ground quickly for that diving save. Ends up parrying that into the feet of the run-on attacker there by the Cardinals, but again, up and over and avoid that detrimental goal that I feel like would have definitely sealed the game at this point.
4th shot on goal for George Rogers Clark in this second half, 14th overall. Jasper has been solid in this second half, made 4 fantastic stops. And I'm with you. That one goes in, and it may have been lights out for Somerset.
And you'll notice just a moment ago, Bob, as I was just talking about on the air, we had talked about that left side not being as involved. And I'd spoken just a moment about, you know, Somerset needing to trust that, needing to trust those players out there, needing to get that side involved. And almost exactly after speaking of it, it looks like Blankenship may have noticed the same thing. He has swapped Chandler Edwards over to the right wing now and put KJ Shand, who we've seen heavily involved in that first period of the second half, over on your left-hand side now. So maybe they are doing that to get both sides involved because they've got to do that in order to open up those pockets of space. Arias with plenty of room, nice little cut from him, plenty of space. Tucker on the run. Nice ball out by Arias. Deflection, that's number 15 for the Cardinals. A huge step and a nice read by Benjamin Riley, the defender for the Cardinals. He is a sophomore, and a beautiful read by him to avoid a costly goal and breakaway by Somerset. Plenty of time and space on the ball and a nice ball out wide. There's Edwards. A nice idea by Edwards. It's deflected, though. And Wombles will meet that in the middle. Plenty of time. He's looking for the turn or the man out wide. He's going to take it himself instead, up and over to no one. And Womble's got to slow the ball down there, or really just control it and get it off of his foot and trust his teammates. You see those players carrying that ball so much. If you're not familiar with soccer, it's just kind of pointless. You've already got somebody there, just touch them the ball instead of running there.
Well, and Trent, the way we can't see down in this far right corner, but
yeah, it's hard. Maybe a corner to the feet of Edwards there. Wombles steps up for the volley. A nice little shot, a nice idea from him. That's number 13 in the back. It's going to bounce out. That's Ryan Ace. He's got plenty of time and throws the ball away. He's got his keeper all the way back there. He's got to drop that ball, and Somerset's got to hold on to possession there. They've got to trust their keeper. They've got to drop that ball. Right now, as a huge soccer fan, I'm having trouble with the way Somerset's playing. They're not trusting each other. They're not going to win this game unless they do. They've got to change it. Throw into the middle. Edwards to control. He's got plenty of time. A good touch up and over. And ends up throwing the ball away. Cardinals are going to hold on to it there. That's Beltran. He's going to take a touch back into the middle. Nice little turn from him to open up space. George Rogers Clark from left to right across the field as they look to attack now up the wing. Dispossessed. That's the defender on that side that we haven't been able to see. I'd like to know his number because I feel like he hasn't gotten too much airtime. He's been in our blind spot just about 24/7. He was in our blind spot on the right-hand side over here. And Arias, some time, gets his head down, gets a shot, but it's wide right. Plenty of power behind it. Didn't have too much lift. I don't know if that was intended or not. See if we can't find his number here.
And you're right. Across the field, as sharp as these uniforms are for Somerset, we talked about the stripes. The purple numerals on the purple and gold stripes. A little difficult to see, especially as we've.
That is number 11. That's Matt Coffey. We did shout him out a couple times in that first half, but unable to do so too much in this second half, just due to not being able to see his number from this far away too well. But had a solid second half. He's been very composed back there. He's not allowed anyone to really come through that area, and he's looked good. Ball's out wide. That's number 4 to chase. That's Nate Horseman in a dangerous area for the Cardinals. A nice little flick from him. He won't get there, and a nice step by the Briar Jumpers to come out, claim that ball, and concede the throw-in. That will be a Cardinals.
Throw-in or a corner kick?
I can't tell from here, but maybe a corner because it looks like everyone is coming back into the middle now. So it does look like a corner to the Cardinals.
8 minutes, 50 seconds to go in this second half of play. And we said time beginning to become a factor for the Somerset Briar Jumpers.
And George Rogers Clark looking for that short ball again. The man is out for the fake. It's going to go up and over and out of play for a Briar Jumper goal kick.
So Jumpers really need to make a big push here, try and get something to happen. 8 minutes, 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, at this point, Bob, you don't have much to lose. They're still playing a 4-5-1. It looks like, tactically at about that 15-minute mark, you're down 2 goals. Really, they should be switching to like a 3-4-3 here, putting 3 guys up top. They don't really have much to lose by conceding another goal, but they're definitely not going to win unless they attack. So definitely looking to do that now. Arias presses. George Rogers Clark will control at the feet of Beltran. We know he's comfortable on the ball. A nice turn there. He opens the field of play to number 10. A shot deflected as they look to reset now.
That deflection by Wombles, he's had 3 or 4 of those tonight. He finds a way to get in front of the ball.
Yep, he has looked good tonight in the back. He's played a good game. Somerset unfortunate to concede 3 goals and be down at this point. We're chasing the final 7 minutes as we close in here at Clare Morrow Field tonight. and it has been a fun one to watch tonight. Goal kick by Jasper, controlled by the Cardinals. And a little bit of back and forth at the moment. Looks like the Cardinals will settle. They're looking for that final ball. Not going to find it. Shot instead, and another deflection by the back line of Somerset. A nice job and a nice composure by them.
I think that was Wombles again. If it wasn't him, he was in the area. So
It was either him or Cassidy. I couldn't tell which one for sure, but definitely one of the two. Arias with plenty of time and space. It's a 3-on-1 situation for him, but he's going to attack it anyway. He almost has to at this point. Plenty of space, plenty of time, plenty of speed by Arias. Nice little cutback. Somerset will hold on to it at the feet of Chandler Edwards, looking for something to happen. He throws the ball away. GRC counters quickly. Plenty of time and space as they look for the long ball. That's 29 to chase. He's going to get there. Oh, and just under the hands of Jasper. A nice play there by Tyree Brown, the senior for George Rogers Clark. Nice pressure from Dylan Jasper, your goalkeeper for Somerset, as he makes the save in the end and avoids the costly
had
goal.
no choice but to come out and attack as the goalkeeper, and that's what prevented that ball from going in. Frustration on the part of George Rogers Clark right there. That could have sealed the deal, but we are quickly winding down to the 5-minute mark.
And anytime.
Somerset's got to turn this thing around and get the ball going in the other direction.
And we have a penalty in the back. It's going to be a George Rogers Clark penalty. Now, this could very well seal the game here for the Cardinals. Number 29 will step up to take, and that is Tyree Brown, the senior for the Cardinals. For those
he's
of
the
you,
one who just missed the opportunity.
Yep, maybe giving him that little bit of redemption here, letting him sink in. Ball's up, and it's in. And the Cardinals with a 4-1 lead. That is number 29, Tyree Brown. And not sure what's going on here. I think the center official actually is going to make them retake this. He's taking that goal back. Someone must have entered the box before the kick was taken. This time, though, the same spot, the same place, a nice finish, and officially 4-1 on the scorebooks. Jasper didn't get a glove on it this time. Nice placement there by Tyree Brown and a nice goal. Not too much pressure with a 3-1 lead, but you got to take one twice. You start thinking about it a little bit. And Somerset just looked to regroup. You can sense the smell of defeat on the faces of the Briar Jumpers as they look now just to see this one through. 1-4, we've got 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining of play as George Rogers Clark attacks through the middle with plenty of time. That's number 4 out wide. That's Nate Horseman to chase. A nice little flick in by him, but Wombles will see it through for the goal kick. Be interesting to see how these last 4 minutes play out, see if Somerset just kind of completely hangs their heads or if they keep fighting. And, in these late situations like this, a lot of times you'll see some silly fouls, and you don't want to see those players do that and avoid being able to play in the future by doing something stupid. So you want to see them stay calm and composed. And here we are with a free kick out of the back. That's going to be to Somerset as we are winding down here at Clare-Morrow Field tonight.
And you mentioned that, Trent. The other thing that can happen in those situations is, the silly fouls that may cause for an ejection and a disqualification from the next game and 2 games, actually. You don't want to see any injuries. Don't do anything stupid that may cause someone to get hurt. And I've seen it happen in different athletic events that sometimes stupid moves lead to bad consequences. You don't want to see any of that here.
And Edwards with a nice ball into the middle. And now dispossessed. Edwards doing a nice job to win it back. If we had seen that fight from him
Yes,
this
that
whole
was a
game, that
tremendous
could have been a
play
game
right
changer.
there.
You know, you hate to see that at the very end. And if a player's got that much left at the end, they've got to bring that to the table before now. Edwards on the ball again. Got a little bit of confidence, a little bit of swagger behind him now. He will lose out, but Wombles will win. Nice little turn and cut from him. Back into the middle from Wombles. He's got plenty of space and players out wide. He's going to find Coffee, and Coffee looks to penetrate up that wing, but will lose the ball to a Cardinal throw.
4-1 your score. George Rogers Clark on top of the Somerset Briar Jumpers. Quick Care Walk-In Clinics, Boys High School Soccer from Claremora Field. Just a hair over 2 minutes is all that remains in this contest.
It looks like they will probably keep the last 2 minutes on the field again tonight. In the second half, as the clock is stopped. And final time will remain with the center official tonight. And a Cardinal throw, as the Cardinals just look to keep the ball in the Somerset defensive third and make something dangerous happen with it. They don't want to absorb any pressure late here. They don't want the ball on their half of the field, so they just want to be in those corners, in those little tight areas, just wasting some time right now, seeing this one through, making sure they come away with a 4-1 win rather than a 4-2 win. That just looks better on paper. That's what they're after. It's evident, you know, they're just wasting a little bit of time here just seeing this one through. Ball's up and in for the corner. Flick, and not sure if that come off of the off of Somerset or the Cardinals. According to the official, it looks like probably the Cardinals. It's going to be a Somerset goal kick now. And we are back up underway, as the Cardinals will have an easy ball to control. That's out wide, a slip, a costly mistake here. Somerset with a break out wide. That's Edwards. He looks to the middle, finds Tucker. Tucker dispossessed. Nice idea and a nice turn, but a nice step by number 15 for the Jumpers. That's Cassida, who will win the ball back for them in the end. And number 19 out wide now. Don't have a number for him, but he has a nice turn and a nice pass out wide, as Somerset will hold on to possession and look to attack now up the right-hand wing. A nice turn. And dispossessed by number 26. That is Carter Smith, the defender, the sophomore for the Cardinals. Wombles with the 50-50 challenge there. He won't win it. The ball will go back in behind to Ryan Acey, who will clean that one up. And Wombles with the 50-50 challenge there. He'll win that one and win the throw. And ball's back into Edwards. A nice flick by Edwards. And a nice idea by Edwards there on that through ball on the ball that came back to him. Didn't end up connecting in the end, as Wombles looks back out wide. That is Matt Coffey, who backtracks to get a hold of that one. And still no real possession here in the final minutes. We expect the whistle to blow any moment here, as tonight is almost wrapped up. And there it is, folks, the final whistle tonight. Your score, Somerset 1, George Rogers Clark 4.
Quick Care Walk-In Clinics, High School Soccer, presented by Don Franklin Family of Dealerships. That is going to do it for the match. 4-1. Somerset goes down to defeat of the George Rogers Clark Cardinals, as both teams prepare to shake hands on the opposite side of the field. And we appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight, as it was a well-played match, I believe, by Somerset. They could have, There was I thought in the early going, they were aggressive, and then it got a little lax in the middle of that first period, and that's when the Cardinals put in a couple of quick goals. And then they came out just guns a-blazing in the second half. Got a lot of pressure. Had a little bit of a lull there, and before you knew it, the fourth goal went in for GRC. And with that, it just tended to, it was just pretty much over at that point for Somerset. But look at some stats here, Trenton, and we'll wrap this thing up. Somerset on the night, 5 total shots on goal. They had 1 go in, so Taman Hayes, 4 saves on the night for the Cardinals. George Rogers Clark had 15 shots on goal, 11 saves for Dylan Jasper, 4 goals for the GRC Cardinals, one of those by Brown. Also, you had Beltran scored 2 goals, and then Sidwell had a goal in that first half as well for the Cardinals. The lone goal for Somerset, give credit to, that is Jared Baston. Trent, it's been a lot of fun.
It has, Bob. Been nice to be here. Disappointing result tonight for Somerset. An awesome result for the Cardinals as they come into town and take a win away from the Jumpers. It's been fun. We love it. We love to be here, and we love to be bringing you guys this coverage.
That's going to do it. This has been Quick Care Walk-In Clinics High School Soccer, presented by Don Franklin, family of dealerships on Lake Cumberland Sports and LakeCumberlandSports.com. Be sure and tune in tomorrow night. High school football back on the air, and the Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week from Southwestern High School. Wayne County takes on the Southwestern Warriors. Also, you will be able to get the audio version of Pulaski County. Both of those kickoffs set for 7:30. That's going to do it. Thank you, Trent. Want to say thank you to Pat Harris down there, who did a little bit of double duty tonight. And thank you to the boss man, because he signs the checks. He's Trent Van Hook. I'm Bob Boone. So long, everybody.